So guys, it's me, Etmfx. Sorry, I'm kind of tired today. Work was long and whatever. But today we're going to talk about ETM again. Like I said in my previous video, love ETM, yada yada. We're going to talk today about his fair gap value plus his shelf method. He just came out with this video maybe a couple weeks ago or something like that. So we're gonna, not a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago, but let's get rid of this range and all this stuff. This is other stuff that I was looking at, a couple other trades that I took, things of that nature. So we're going to zoom in. We're over here on the 30-minute chart. See, we have a fair gap created right here. If we go over here on the 1 hour, it's still valid. Go over here on the 4 hour, I think it's also still valid. Still kind of valid on the 4 hour chart. So with that being said, we know that this is a fair gap value. If you zoom in here, you can see that this is a red candle and this is a blue candle. So at first, it's kind of skeptical. You kind of have to let it play out and figure out, what's really going on, things of that nature. We all know that to really some key points to validate a fair value gap is if the blue, if all three candles are red or on a bearish trend, we know that that's more of a valid fair value gap. Over here on the 15-minute chart, you kind of see that, hey, it initially was all three, red really. From what you can see, when you split it up into two different charts, we see that there is, if you split it up between the 15-minute and the 1 hour, you can see that there's more than one fair gap value present within the different candlesticks. But a key point that he made in his strategy, he says that if you're going with the 1 hour time frame, stick with the 1 hour time frame on your setup or whatever it may be. Stick with that, and it will help. It will help you kind of figure everything out, figure the bases out, and things of that nature. You kind of don't really have to switch too much between time frames. That's what he states in his video. But so as we look here, we have our shelf stated. The reason why it's a shelf is because it's a high and it's a low. A base is created. So with this downward distribution, okay, so like I was saying, we have this downward expansion, and with that we see that, okay, there's a fair gap value solidified. So we have the shelf, we got the high and the low made, and the fair gap value within the shelf. So that kind of makes this setup a A plus, I guess you could say, or whatever. He doesn't really like grade the setups or whatever, but that's, I guess, in my lingo, that's what it says. I like to take the average of the shelf, like split it in the middle, because that's normally like within the fair gap value. That's also where the fair price is at. So you can just take the range of the fair gap value and then put that line there, and then that's kind of where I put it at. But it also happens to be where if you go down to the 15 minute, that line that I just put there is also where you have another micro swing. So it kind of makes out it kind of works out good because he states that if you have a macro swing and then you have a micro swing, you kind of have to mark those two out. And I generally don't like to do that because it kind of gets all frustrated, not frustrated, but it gets like all messy in a chart. Sometimes you just want it clean and simple. But anyway, so you have that there. So you know it's a valid fair gap value. It's within your shelf. So 9 times out of 10, you're keeping an eye on this trade. So as we see, it expanded, came back up. We have our first interaction right here with our fair gap value. Kind of 5 o'clock, kind of towards the end of the New York session. So if we drop down our 15 minutes, as he states. We have a clear interaction. Again, sorry guys for the fan. My computer's old as hell, but we have a clear interaction with a downward expansion. The breaker structure solidifies that, hey, this is a valid reaction. He states that you kind of want to wait to get into a sale until after the second interaction. I like to get into it when the second reaction happens. It's a little more riskier, but when that candle closes, I would like to get into the trade. Doing it that way, I mean, it's kind of my take on it, but doing it that way is more efficient in terms of taking more trades. Because, let's be real. There is no point of having an extremely, a good strike rate on setups when you're not striking that much. You know what I mean? Like, you're not really making any money, so it's nice to have that in the repertoire. But if you make little tweaks to kind of make it more riskier, but level it out with risk management, lot size, whatever, you can kind of tweak up the strategy a little bit. So I like to do that. I like to tweak it up. I'll get into a sell here, and as you can see, I would have put my stop loss probably at 2 or 3 pips above this interaction, and I would have targeted the low. And yeah, the risk reward isn't really that special, but in my term, in the way that I trade, I don't really focus so much on the risk reward. I know you probably should, but I've kind of came to the conclusion or the hypothesis that it really doesn't matter. Honestly, I know it's probably bad advice, but it really doesn't matter, to be honest. If the trade goes in your favor, it really doesn't matter. If your strategy is proven to work, it really doesn't matter. So in this example, in this strategy, it's proven to work more often than not. So I can take the more riskier trades, the more I guess not, you can say, not prototypical risk to reward ratios, things of that nature. You could kind of do that if the strategy is proven. So, but like he said, I that's where I took my take profit. That's where I took it at, and then I left some runners on to target this low over here. Target this low over here. Some runners on for that one, and then because of course I'm going to still implement his thought process, but also take what I think is more acceptable too. So I targeted that one, and then I just left it alone. I just did the first TP right here, second TP right there, and I got up out of there because it just I don't want to do 1, 2, and 3 take profits. That's kind of more of a indice thing, in my opinion, and my strategy. What I think three take profits is kind of more of a indices, futures, commodities, things of that nature. Like, the gold, you can do three take profits, but that's just what I think. And so, did the numbers on this one. I guess the strike rate with how I do it is more. I guess not strike rate. The way that I do it, there is, let's say, the way that he sets it up, there is maybe 5 out of 10 trades. There's 5 possibilities out of a 10 trade setup. The way he does it, it's more five possibilities of doing it the right way. The way he does it, at least, and then the way that I do it, with doing it after the first or the second interaction, is I would say that is more of a 8 out of 10 trades. You're gonna get 3 more trades tweaking it a little bit the way that I tweak it. If you do it the way that he does it, you're probably gonna get more 5 out of 10 trades, which again just depends on the type of trader you are. Your risk reward appetite, things of that nature. So in my personal opinion, I think that I'm a little more risk heavier because, like, let's be for real, you're in this game to make money. Yes, you want to play smart, protect your capital, but at the end of the day, if you're not making money, really doesn't matter what you're doing. Doesn't matter if you're taking small lot sizes, risk reward, it's perfect, good setup. It doesn't matter. If you're not making money, it doesn't matter. So, I'm making progress doing it the way that I am doing. I'm making money on a demo account, of course, because I'm not profitable yet on a demo account, but still making money. So that's my little tweak on it. That's my little tidbit, I guess you could say. That's what I think. ETM, phenomenal guy. He's really good at what he does. He's really, really, just perfect at a lot of things. So, gotta give him his credit. Gotta do that. But I kind of want to do more reviews, I guess you could say, on different people. So I guess you guys just let me know if you want to do that. This is just a like I say every time, it's third party. He didn't pay me. I don't know the guy. I'm just saying, I don't see a lot of people reviewing his stuff, so I'm going to review it my damn self. And this is what I think. So like the video because I'm poor. Comment the video because I'm ugly. Subscribe because whatever. If you guys want more live trades, things of that nature, let me know. If you guys want, because I have a demo account, but I also have a live account too, of course. So if you want me to do the live trade streaming, I can do that. If you guys want setup calls, things of that nature, follow me on Instagram, join the Telegram, Etmfx, Etmfx. So do that. And yeah, man. That's just, it is what it is. I guess the next video is gonna be more. It's probably gonna be a longer video. Probably gonna do it on ETM again, and we're just gonna go. We're gonna go over his trading model. Something that I think that is very, very good. Very, very high strike rate on that one. He makes a lot of money on that one. So that one's gonna be a little bit longer video. I'm gonna go more in depth in that. So stay tuned for that one. All right, peace.